Have you ever been so involved in your spiritual path and still felt like you can never be perfect enough? In today's video, I'm going to discuss how to get over that feeling. Hello, Enlightenment Seekers. This is Finding Enlightenment with Jay, and as you may have guessed, I'm Jay. When I realized I should stop trying to fix myself is really to have the idea that you're going to fix yourself means that you believe that you're broken. And you should never believe that you're broken if you really want to achieve enlightenment, because an enlightened person is not broken. Even if they're not enlightened yet, they're getting there. Believing even that you're slightly broken, even if it's just like saying, I need to be better, that's still saying that you're not good enough. And any kind of negative self talk like that is not going to be helpful for your spiritual growth. I always knew you should have positive self talk and there shouldn't be any negative self talk. As for a specific event, it's like I was watching YouTube videos about different spiritual things, and it just struck me as, yeah, that's right. I shouldn't be trying to fix myself, admitting that there's room for improvement. I guess that's okay. That's not exactly negative self-talk. It was basically, I was watching YouTube and it's just reminded me that I shouldn't be talking to myself in a you need to be fixed kind of way. Like I said before, there's nothing wrong with admitting that you need improvement. But at the same time, I guess really comes down to is you need to accept that you are where you're supposed to be. Every step, no matter little or big, is going to help with your growth. So there's no, I need to be better now. It's you will be better when you're supposed to be better because you're right where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. I know that goes along the idea of fate and a master plan design kind of thing. But at the same time, I'd like for you to disprove that we're not following some kind of master plan already. I think co-creating is more of a better way to put it. There is a sort of fate kind of destiny thing. There are definitely certain things that have to be hit in your lifetime. And we create our own path to weave in and out of those things. Sometimes we might even occasionally avoid something, but we will end up looping back around to come and get it. So in a way, there's the design that you are creating your path, but at the same time, there's certain points that has to be hit somewhere along the way. People do need to learn that they are exactly where they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be there. And anybody that chooses to stay where they maybe don't belong anymore or something like that, they become stagnant. And if you become stagnant in your spiritual growth, then you're going to not be in flow with the universe around you. And once you come out of flow with the universe around you, you're going to find life gets very hard. And unfortunately, I'd have to say I spent a lot of my life out of sync with the flow. And then again, most people probably have. There is a flow to life. A spiritual path does tend to help you get into the flow better than other things. There's a way that the spiritual path kind of urges you to grow. Obviously, you're where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. But at the same time, if you're not trying to improve yourself, not necessarily saying that you are lacking something, but if you're not learning things, and lots of people would say you're not living, because everyone can learn a little every day, even if it seems so minute that you're like, didn't I already know that beforehand? Either way, it's good that you pay attention and try to learn, even if it's just something little new things here and there. Every path, be it spiritual or other path in life, you're going to be learning something along the way. And it's good to be paying attention to everything around you and trying to be in the flow. Is the only way I really know how to put it. I think in life, everyone needs to have goals on where they want to be in the future. But to be so strict with your goals that you think you have to be here by this time or here by this time, sometimes that's the kind of strictness that makes people anxious and frustrated whenever they're not meeting their goals or anything like that. And if you really want to be in flow with the path of life, with the grand design, so to speak, then you need to be aware that you don't have to meet those goals by deadlines, but just be aware that you want to meet those goals. And the information you need to meet those goals will meet you where you need to be. If people try to chase their happiness or chase their joy, as some other spiritual creators have said, sometimes they'll end up going down a distraction little bit of happiness. And for me, whenever I was in the time of my spiritual growth where I was distracting myself, it could have been like, ooh, I want to play video games. And I was using that to distract myself instead of going to meditate. Or some other things was like I would play D&D so that I could do escapism. But sometimes when people chase their happiness, they end up going down these distraction paths. But also, if they really pay attention to what truly makes them happy, and that isn't a distraction from what they should be doing, then they're going to find themselves going down the right path and growing more, probably faster than they ever could have done if they would have just, say, didn't really do much, obviously. We can't exactly give up everything that is our duties in our life to pursue our spiritual path, unless you're so lucky that you get to do that. But for most of us, you need to find a balance. And sometimes that balance is going to be the occasional weekend retreat. Other times it's going to be finding a half hour to meditate every day. But for me, something that helped me just recently was being able to go to a healer's day at the local metaphysical school. It felt great. Felt good to be around other people like me, and it gave me just enough contact with other spiritual people that I felt like, yes, this is where I need to be. If this helped you, hit like and subscribe. And if you believe there's something you could share in the comments that would help other people grow in their spiritual path, feel free. And remember, let's keep finding enlightenment together.